Hey guys, welcome to episode number 32 this week. Final Fantasy 12, actually not Final Fantasy 12, excuse me. Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles, back here on Thursday mornings, guys, with your king and your luckiest man today. Um, yeah, this is your king and your luckiest man. I thought I would bring you episode number 32 this week. We pick here on Thursdays, fellas, like we've always planned, and, been waiting to get back into, and, getting back to being in the biz, getting back to, what we actually want to finally claim back in position. Um, Good morning, Village King. Make a love shout out, my good Village King. No Sahi today. But how you guys doing today? Um, it's actually been like a week since my PC, um, since I've had my PC repaired. As you know, guys, it actually takes a little more expensiveness. Not exactly effectiveness, but pretty much whenever we decide to wind up. And I do want to predict and already state the following, Village King, that nobody can boss around, you know, um, um,
Understood.
Love Sahi.
You can trust me.
I can still call her,
Excellent choice.
Asadam Maniku.
At your command.
Do you know what? I'm not sure what you guys, I'm not sure if there's a definition for that, or what that really means. My village can be the same thing, or whatever, Village King, but it's pretty much whatever it is, or whatever it could be. But other than that, guys, I tackled Chief yesterday. So Chief overall was good. I did not get tipped or anything, but I thought I was going to be tipped, but since it was not going to be able to start from there. Besides, I still need Alam Sahi to really sing us Michael Jackson. But yeah, the Michael Jackson, or whatever. But other than that, guys, I mean, everything else has actually been good this week. The others went to Cedar Point, especially some people and good people along with Hark, and just to be open and honest, just to, not to vanquish, not to get loosey goosey or anything. All I know is tons of people went to Cedar Point, as far as I know today, coming out of the last number, ever since yesterday. I did not tackle Cedar Point because, too much expensiveness for the money. That's why I decided just to keep a closer look and a good amount of time, involving, just to be open and honest. Just focus on Boston, with Hard for next year. So guys, today's January 4th. Actually, not January. Today, guys, it is June 4th, 2026. Not to have any bad conspiracy, not to, feel lackluster, not to feel terrible or anything. So,
here I go.
But everybody's in good spirits today. I got my fan on today, and have enough acquaintances, enough to see how everything else is going. Everything else has been going good, that I can tell you right now. We have Village King, and it's always been good to be back under any circumstances. Just to keep enough electricity and enough momentum. But nobody can live without its burden. Nobody can live without anything in balance, and also in technician, and also tuition, if you look at it. You guys can check out my Village King. All we need is Lila Sahi not to be Sai. I mean, no Sai whatsoever. That's the main part of it right now, so that's all we can do. But I had a good night's sleep today, that I can tell you. Now, I did check out other things coming out of this week, coming out of in-gaming news. I mean, outside of in-gaming news so far today. So what I haven't been checking out a lot, but I was with my true love and also one of her roommates last night for 17, and I checked out a couple things, you know, and this past no, ever since yesterday, they PlayStation was showing off another one showing of State of Play, as far as I know. And the thing about that is, we actually got a good amount of stuff yesterday, guys, coming out of PlayStation. And of course, guys, PlayStation State of Play, as I mentioned. And, you know, coming out of that, or coming out of anything. So for what I've been seeing, we actually are getting a new God of War. There's a true meaning of that, fellas. I don't want to explain the reason why. Because, you know, you don't actually get to play Kratos and the Sun on this one. So the new God of War game, guys, is called God of War Lufe. So I checked out a little bit of the gameplay yesterday, and it doesn't look too bad. I can see the movie, actually not the movie itself, but, you know, the ones that have been making God of War games since day one. And that would be Santa Monica Studios, okay? And one thing I will not predict is I don't expect the game to release till next year. Okay, I don't see it releasing till then. But what really describes something between a father and son, and you talk about a wife, you know, just to have two wits and have enough to, you know, see what that game's gonna be about. I don't see anything else being stuck in the middle. And I mean, if you think about it for 1 second, we talk about expanding a little bit more. I mean, I'm not saying God of War Lufe is going to be a bad investment from the company. I want to see what they actually are going to do, what they actually want to persuade to that. You know, just to see how much they really want to attach, see how much gameplay they put in it, and depending on the graphics.
What's next?
I mean, I do want to see the graphics do. I want to see the graphics do fine, but I don't want us to say somebody's jumping out of the bed. Something is not out of place. Something's not exactly according to plan. So I want to see how I want to see how that really is going to go. I really do. But I don't want to question anything by that, or question anything that's not, you know, in the books. Not exactly in that position. So I mean, unfortunately, nothing would really be beneficial and get back to reality. So, I mean, I do want to see how that game's going to be fitting in this year. I mean, by next year. So if they actually have enough to really grab a hold of, I don't see any other game being counted out. But that's another thing too, guys. Another game to look out for is the new Tomb announced yesterday, and they're actually calling it the Legacy of Atlantis. Or Olympus. Now, one thing I will say about the new Tomb Raider is, I mean, 9 times out of 10, if you're looking to move aside and not get in front of GTA 6, you know, for Game of the Year, you're doing exactly what you want to do, you know, between every single game, every single thing, you know, kind of like another mother from another daughter, father to another son. But it's like, I feel like the ones that have been making Tomb Raider games, they're actually making the right call. They're actually making the right establishment right now. Which I believe they are, because I mean, I don't want to have a different game be butting heads, especially God of War. I mean, God of War Lufe, I don't see releasing till next year, guys. I mean, I don't wanna have self-proclaim on that, but you never know. Well, before we get ahead, guys, my lovely Lullub's Karen's in the house. I love you, girl. Make love shout out. Check out my dearest, lovely Lullub's here, Karen. Karen's in the house. Miss McKelcom, make a love shout out. Assalamu alaikum. Allow me to obtain it coming out of Lullub Sahi. She actually wants to call it Assalamu alaikum. I do love Lullub's carrying on. We also need Olive suddenly to smile. Well, whatever we want to attach. Speaking of attaching, guys, since it's been a week since I've had my PC repaired, I do want to thank you guys for joining me this morning.
Much
With
obliged.
our biggest, strongest, phenomenal, exciting, wonderful, awesome, having Team KB uniting with me today. I get to where we are on the channel. You know what they say, guys. Electricity will not be passed to our body until we're still alive and well. We don't want to separate the men from the boys. We never have and never will. But yeah, I do want to thank you guys for joining me this morning. With our biggest, strongest, phenomenal, exciting, wonderful, transparent greatness, and also so much loving and caring and supportive, massive, strongest, beautiful, blowout. And also our biggest, I repeat, fellas, our biggest, strongest, phenomenal,
Practice makes
exciting,
perfect.
energizing, strongest power of our community. Do what we can for one another, not replacing anybody else in a strange way.
Is this
And also at a bad, strange, profile. Well, guys, we have our social media, our YouTube accounts, and of course, guys, we can say we have our social media at one time, not rush anything. But yeah, guys, we have our
So
social
here
media,
it
our
ends.
YouTube accounts, Facebook and Twitter X accounts, and of course, guys, our podcast services. Our podcast services, guys, all around the globe, like Twitter,
I've had better
Facebook, and
days.
YouTube, and so much more. And we're about to get in a blowout, and let's mango a battle right now. Which is pretty much not exactly pretty, as it seems. But as far as anything else, I mean, good sleep yesterday. I did not get tipped, or pretty much have anything with persuasion, or pretty much, another word, guys, my Grayson. It's King Guys and Luckiest Man. So that, I don't believe anything else is, bogus or, have anything with a ton of events on it. Just to keep everything else sustainable and also not being judged towards anything. But I get to relax today, guys, and then I got 2 to 7 along with afternoon to evening with two nice people in management, which is Nick and Pete. So tomorrow, guys, 2 to 7. Then my ass is off Saturday and
Understood.
Sunday. So I'm not sure what's going to be
I
the
was
plan
born
for
for this.
Saturday at all.
It's time.
I don't want to toot my own horn and say. My official fiance, guys, for 9, she's actually not picking dinner on Saturday. But we do have to miss
My turn, is it?
dinner this on the new
As you
schedule.
wish.
So on the new schedule, fellas, already, that I got yesterday, I'm going to get right to the point. Monday 9 to 2 as 100% usual. No wild next Wednesday, fellas. So I'll have 9 to 2, 2 to 7 on those two. And then on the and then I'm off Thursday,
My
Friday of
turn.
next week. And then I have 2 to 7 next Saturday. Not this weekend, fellas, but the other one. But here's the thing, guys. The thing about, with the schedule out of the way, if most of us are expecting
I
to
must grow
believe
strong.
the new 2 method not to really coexist with GTA 6, I still think it's pretty much a smart move. Pretty much a smart thing. Because, you don't want to have a game be in the way. You don't want to have anything, go out the other and having eyes and ears to watch anything clearly. I just feel like it's the right thing to do, not to have Tomb Raider be inside of GTA 6. Which we all know, guys, GTA 6. That game's still going to win without any brainers or pressure points on it. But I still see that game mostly winning at the end of the year. Go camping next week, Kookie?
Only there's no signal there.
I haven't been to camping in a while, so I don't believe there's a lot of complaining there. Or having pizza grease, no worries there. But yeah, the last time I went to camping was, I believe it was when I was not at work at the time, or pretty much at whatever at the time being. I mean, time period. But um, I mean, he was saying you pretty much get some gathering, have food, you pretty much sing songs, you do whatever you gotta do. Have friends and family together. I mean, together, if you will, for camping. We're looking to put marshmallows to
Onward.
graham crackers to chocolate and whatnot. I mean, that's also a magnificent, when you talk about a good tradition, just to, talk about stories, talk about something peacefully. But here's the thing, I mean, if a lot of us know how to do camp, if we know how to do camping with friends and family, get a couple tents, get a couple, refreshments and whatnot, that's the best way to do it. I mean, and that's another thing too, guys. That's always the spirit. I'm like, there you go, guys. That's the spirit right there. So, I mean, I don't believe anything else has been done in a while. Especially if most of us are looking to, get a campfire, not burn ourselves or anything.
I needed
But
that.
that's not a bad of an idea.
A
It
step
really
forward.
is not. Um, so we'll see how that's going to, signify. Not to signify, guys, but multiply. That's all we can do right now. I mean, guys, I had a good night's sleep today. That's all I can, pounce, and also, as long as we know how to separate the men from the boys, nothing would really be, be bad or foolish. Now, I repeat, fellas, GTA 6, in my opinion,
Right
GTA
then.
6, that game still got it this year. I'm not going to go any more further to detail, um, but as far as the new Tomb Raider, it's pretty much just going to be there. Um, I also did receive. I mean, I actually did check out a little bit of gameplay of Marvel's Wolverine yesterday. Now, one thing I will point out is Hugh Jackman is not. Hugh Jackman is not voicing him. I know he's not. But the thing about Marvel's Wolverine, even though it was not at the last state of play, they was us having some sort of a different settlement, different
Of course.
opportunities for that
You
game
can
to
trust
really
me.
see how much they can
I'm ready.
dial something up, do something that the fans would be excited and hyped for.
Right.
And I mean, the thing about
Ever
that
ready.
is,
Forward.
as long as the game it's not going to be as bad or hateful. I mean, here's the thing, guys. If you want to check out a few big trailers, you look at Marvel's Wolverine. So remember, guys,
I
Marvel's
must
Wolverine, that's
concentrate.
the first one. So that's number one. Number two, God of War Luffy. If you guys don't know who Luffy is, you guys haven't played God of War in your life. And that would be Kratos' wife. So I feel like it's not bad of a huge name. I'm
Fly
not saying if
true.
it's a badass name, but I will say
It
if it's
seems
only
I've
going to be
improved.
titled Luffy, I don't see that being, I don't see that being mistreated on that. But I have a PFOS. I don't see the new God of War releasing till next year. Maybe sometime in the summer. I mean, next summer. I mean, if that's the case. But, I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't want to say it's going to be a bad possibility, or pretty much being out of the question. But we'll see what happens. Keep everything else under control, and keep everything in position. Hold on, let me get this other one in hand. But I don't see why not. You guys can also check out a new Rayman game, guys. And there's also Toy Story 2 and 3. That's going to be up for grabs for next year, according to PlayStation State of Play. So there's a little bit of, I believe there's not much frustration, but enough to notify right there. And a lack of confidence right there. So, as long as there's no other inspiration for that, I mean, there's enough to really get into that. Anything on that time frame, or you talk about time scale. So I'm fine with that. But yeah,
Nice.
the only
Here
other
I
game
go.
that was not in that in the cards, guys, for State of Play this year is the new, what do you call it, guys? The new Intergalactic Parfait with Naughty Dog, and also with Neil Druckmann attached to that too. So I mean, there was I wanna say there was a report on from Naughty Dog of why that game was not in that, in State of Play yesterday. I mean, there's enough further detail on why and how much they actually do not want to, execute the environment or looking to see if the game was going to be, projected to advertise and be there. But as far as I know, guys, that game was not exactly in the cards for yesterday. For State of Play, no. I don't believe, I doubt it was going to be that simple for them. But if you want to say, if you want to show how much of an impact the game could be, you got to know how much it's going to be, coming to your side, and how much of an opportunity that game is going to be getting, how much hype, how much the fans are going to be playing the game. I do know, guys. Neil Druckmann is not going to have anything towards
My turn.
the last of Us right now, but I don't want to say it's going to be shooting from the stars or having something magical to that, but I don't see the others being decided right now, especially if they just want to play the waiting game, or even if we have to play Yahtzee or playing a board game. Only the company would really decide if they actually want to have enough to get through today. So, as long as people are not pressuring anything beyond that, people don't have to count somebody out.
No mercy.
People don't have to count out absolutely anything to, predict or get washed up. And, I don't want to say the game is going to be out of the question, but I do want to maybe see how much they can put it together. If Naughty Dog can get themselves together on it. But there is no tease at the end of the tunnel, fellas. Nobody can really say it's still time. So, yeah, State of Play did not allow Naughty Dog to really proceed to that, so as long as there's no confusion. So that's been the only thing that game was not advertised to do. And pretty much getting that into the clear. So I don't hate the idea. I don't hate anything beyond that. But guys, PlayStation has only been doing those games for a while. If we look at that game, guys, for example, and you talk about Uncharted and other big games, especially Ratchet and Clank. You see, PlayStation had there's one other company that's been doing games like, especially Ratchet and Clank. You talk about one of the biggest games in the books, coming out of any franchise in the books, and that would be, for example, as I mentioned, fellas, you look at Ratchet and Clank coming out of cinematic games, or you talk about other big games that are, fending off anything. You see, guys, those games are not exactly washed up. They're pretty much perfect. You look at that, guys, and you look at God of War.
Leave this to me.
God of War doesn't separate a lot of humanity, and it does not. Alright, guys, speaking of other stuff, we're gonna get right to the point, guys. We're gonna go to Lionel Castle today. Well, before we do that, I do want to check out Bethesda's first.
Good choice.
So, fellas, it's a good thing I get to relax today. I really, really do. Everybody knows how to keep something, drawn in position and enough to equal. But yeah, I repeat, fellas, good sleep yesterday. That's all I can really relate to, and not to really breathe as much on it. Never anger much.
Right.
I actually want to double check everybody else's job stuff. Excuse me. Now, Ramzo's stuff is okay. Wyman, I don't believe Wyman needs to learn any other big stuff, but I won't give him mind drops and equal. Excuse me, guys. Equal. Not equal, guys, but equal herbs. That's what I was going to say for a minute. I'm still keeping my Geomancer fellas without items. I know the bank needs a couple things, so I'm going to quickly get into that real quick. I'm actually going to give him auto potion, ladies and gentlemen. That way he can have no bad theories or, bad, cause of treatment, if we look at it. You guys get the idea today. As long as you don't separate, I repeat, fellas, you don't want to separate the men from the boys. You really don't. So, guys, we're going to get into Lionel Castle today. I thought I would, drag that out of there. As much as I want auto posting on the monk, I'll keep him out. Alright, guys, Lionel Castle time. Right now, I'm going to go into battle at Lionel Castle. So, if you guys look at the castle, you guys will also see the first ever thing, coming out of any remake. Actually, not any other remake, but any other structure. Now, if you look at every single game, you look at, big battles. You talk about the big guns. You talk about the other one. Especially when you call this one, guys, for example. It's called sequential battles. So, I'm going to get right to it in just a minute. I just want to double check if everything else is in pretty much in position. Okay, there we go, fellas. We want to see how that goes. So, guys, we're looking at a tutorial today. It's called sequential battles, and it actually does state the following. It does state the following, fellas. As you advance, guys, through the story, you may need to fight a series of consecutive battles. Now, if you return to the world map before winning all of the battles in that series, most of your progress will be out of its target, and also, guys, be out of reach. So you don't want to rush into a battle and pretty much lose everything. So you don't want to lose your juices, you don't want to lose your experience or grinding, and also your ability skill. So we're actually here in Lionel Castle, and we're gonna get right to it. So if you guys can see here, you guys understand who we get to battle for the last time.
I was born.
You guys heard me right.
It's time.
You guys remember what we talked about yesterday? I mean, last week. We get to battle the rest of Gafgarian. So this is going to be the last time we face Gafgarian. Now, if we want to talk about Esper battles, not only we're facing the Cardinal today. He ain't no Cardinal, even though he was established in the back. But
forward.
Ever since he had a confrontation with Gafgarian and also one of the sorcerers, that's a different story. You don't want to toot your own horn and say, there's enough to include, and also fast track. So guys, as the battle starts today, here in Lionel Castle, outside the castle gate, Ramza starts the battle, and Ramza does state the following. Wait there. I'll open the gate.
I'd rather
I guess
it
we'll
remain
post some
shut.
guys right behind Ramza, through the castle today. None other than Gafgarian. So as
You
you guys
made
can
your
see,
way into the castle
Gafgarian
well
does
enough, but
have
you
confrontation
overlooked the
and
ambush.
also talks it out with Ramza a little bit. He actually tells him he's not brave enough to really take him out, and also unleash the castle, saying that you're looking to have an ambush by my men, and also what lies ahead.
You still have much to
Gafgarian
learn,
does
lad.
also state the following, fellas. You have much to learn, saying I have more experience than you. So basically, guys, we are looking at back up. You have 2 archers, 3 knights, and 1
surrounded.
summoner. And Ramza realizes we're surrounded.
Don't
But you see,
take
guys,
it
we won't
too
be
hard,
surrounded
eh?
that long.
Experience always tells.
Gafgarian tells Ramza, don't take it too hard. Experience always tells.
You may have the noble blood, but
You may
I've been
have
making
noble
wives
blood.
into widows since long before
You may be
were
making
born.
wives into widows since you were
battle,
born.
I am your
Saying
better.
that I am your better than you pretty much can ever be yourself.
Come, Ramza. It's you and me now.
And
For what it's
Gafgarian just
worth,
wants to really be
I'm
better than
sorry it's
Rams
come
by
to
far,
this.
and tell him he's not going to make it. I mean, no offense to Gafgarian, guys. He's got his points, and he's already got his
I must
endeavors, but
concentrate.
I mean, if you want to talk about how much he really wants to, be better than Rams, and say he's better than the other. A man is better than a man. Woman is better than a female. If that's the case, then how much do you have to put yourself together, though? How much are you looking to put on the line? I mean, that's the only thing too. If you have enough partnership, if we have enough energy, you can use it. So, guys, we're gonna get right to the point here. We have our enemies here. We have 1, 2. Remember, guys, here's the thing: you cannot have any more than 7 enemies, or most likely in the order, it's King Guys and Luckiest Man. Any 5 or 6 actually, or 7. So, guys, we're gonna start with the enemies' names, and also, always doing the same with equipment. So, guys, first and foremost, we're looking at a summoner. His name is Blavio. Yeah, Blavio is actually his name. He's actually a summoner. He's got Mazer Staff, Wizard's Hat, Wizard Clothing, and good battle boots all of a sudden. And then his abilities, he's got Siva, Ramza, actually no Ramza, excuse me. Rama, Siva, and Ifrit. He also has, he doesn't have much of a productive armor as much, but I'll give him an alright start. You also have Allison. He's actually a knight. He's got a Carol sword, 2 golden armor, wizard's robe, and also a soda, okay, to royal under it. Not too bad. You also have Maleficent. Now, Maleficent has only been named in 2 movies that Angelina Jolie was in. I'm not sure if here's the thing, guys. I'm not sure if Elle Fanning, excuse me, was in that movie or not. In all 2 movies. But here's the thing, though. If we want to talk about if there's going to be another Maleficent movie, we are getting a 3rd one that's in development right now. I don't expect that movie to release anytime soon in theaters, if it's got enough to really its race. But we'll see how much work it brings. We also have a knight. Her name is Beatrix. She's got the same armor, but with the Carol sword. She also has, fellas, a plate mail. We also have Sensei as an archer. He's got a lightning bow. Nothing different between his armor. We also have Ancelot. He's got a green beret, which boosts up a little bit of his hit points. So he's at 141. But you see, his magic points does not have to really bother that much for me. And a lot of you guys here today out of 4. So I don't believe anything is out of the cushion as much. So guys can check out a bit of his armor. He also has his MP starts shrinking a little bit. He's got Burgundy. And now Gafgarian, ladies and gentlemen. This is what he has. He's got an ancient sword. He wants to be, a powerful, swordsman, especially as a holy knight or holy mystic type of character. So what he has in front of him, fellas, he's got an ancient sword, quartz helmet, golden armor, golden shield, and he's also got items, counter tackle, and movement +1. So this battle shouldn't be that hard for me. And also you guys that are keeping everything intact. And always an important lesson to keep in mind, so I'm going to throw a circuit at him,
Pathetic.
and a seal blocks it. So fellas, we'll see what we want to do here. Keep everything in position. Alright guys, speaking of other stuff today, if you guys want to catch more Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles every Thursday mornings, this game will always be right here, fellas, going forward. Every Thursday mornings. Even though we did a live stream when I was immediately and specifically tired last week, from this past Friday. I was just a little more down and out back then. From this past week, since it was officially, fellas, the last final to the final week, fellas, of the final the final days, guys, of this past May already. But days go really fast, fellas. They really, really do. It takes enough to take TARS and also take knowledge out of it. But it takes more than enough, as it should be. Well, guys, Wyman's 214. I'm gonna have him stay right here. I don't want him to use anything yet. So no worries, fellas. There's enough to attach and also keep your eyes open. But yeah, if you guys want to catch some more, I repeat, if you guys want to catch some more Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles, every Thursday mornings, if you guys want to, keep an eye out, want me to play new games on the schedule, you guys haven't seen me play or jump into conclusions, or pretty much balance, all you guys need to do is one thing. You guys can hit that like button, support button, and comment. If you guys have any questions or concerns, you guys can let me know in the chat. It's King Guys and the Luckiest Man. And it's King Guys and the Luckiest Man. I can answer any questions you've got.
Onward.
Anything you guys have in the process today. This time, just put them in the chat, guys. In the live chat. And guess what for the Archer? Archer is down and out. The thing about the Archer, guys, he was looking to get a charging attack. What? It ain't gonna work out, buddy. So I'm gonna open the gate, fellas. So that's easier said than sorry. Well, easier said than done, so. So Ramsey does open the gate. That way, some of the others can get a bit of a sale. A bit of an opportunity. But don't forget, guys, Ramsey does have, auto posting. But that's good enough to really, be much of a risk taker. Or lose any sign of, anything on it. Well, we're good. That's all we can take in. Masadio takes 86. Takes a little more of a hit instead of a test piece. And of course the Archer's gonna be getting up, huh? That's fine. You don't wanna waste much of your turn.
I appreciate it.
Gonna summon to use pulsing on him. I can try to maybe execute and add a little something together with that, but actually, can I do that? Hold on, guys, 38. I'm probably gonna be moving just a little bit. But yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button, support button, and comment. If you guys do have any questions or concerns, I repeat, fellas, any questions or concerns today, just type in the chat and live chat, and me, guys, is your king, and your luckiest man can answer. Also, guys, the most important thing, and also the most important rule, my PC being back after last week, which is pretty much good and fortunate. Just to have two things in front of me, not just my phone, but also my PC, all together at one time. But remember, guys, the most important thing, the most important rule, for the most part of it,
I'm ready.
is love, support, and respect is the key. It's awesome and creative. We are at 643 mods today, fellas, which is good. And Thunder on Stadio, thank you so much. Didn't want that to really cause a distraction.
I must concentrate.
But we don't want to, have, lack of monstrosity. So I'm gonna have Ramsey come right out here, so that way he can get a bit of a medicine towards the enemies that I'm throwing my circuit at. Gafgarian's not going to be rushing ahead of time, though. He's using Defend, and then keep something under control to the, towards anything beyond it. Well, guys, I'm going to use, it's not Dustman Blade, get 50. I'll probably use Northwind Strike on this one. But yeah, guys, we are 643 mods today, which is good, and also you guys in the chat out of followers on the channel. Just keep us off by out, guys. Keep notifications on. You don't want to tie your shoes, and not sure what shoelaces match them. Whatever type of pair or size you wear. But make sure you guys hit that like button, support button, and comment, fellas. It's King Guys and Luckiest Man. we are at 643 mods, and yes, guys, knowledge is power. Through meeting, guys, knowledge is power. When we meet and greet, we want to see how people are doing with their channels and have enough to, create enough distance, enough to see what kind of videos we're doing, how many uploads we're doing per day, and of course, guys, enough to plan here today. So we don't want to separate everybody else, or we don't want to, miscalculate a lot of things.
I botched it.
But as long as you do
I
what
must
you
act.
do, as long as you provide what you can really do,
It's not your time.
a lot of us are there to see it. A lot of us know how to, handle one thing at one time. You don't want to be rushing a lot. Never have, never will, guys. You focus on one thing, and that's all that matters. As King, guys, and luckiest man. Buddy, you already killed Masadio. You don't need to kill his butt twice.
I must concentrate.
He may try to do something differently, but he's not going to do
Be strong.
lots of anything, guys, with a disadvantage in front of him. Absolutely right, guys. But no worries. And yes, guys, knowledge is power, as I mentioned. And also repeat. Also, guys, on top of that, with your King, guys, and your luckiest man, anytime we... That's right, fellas. That's the correct meaning. As King, guys, and luckiest man, anytime you manage to find people and socialize with people, all we have to do, guys, all we gotta do is follow... All we have to do, guys, is follow Sarah. Follow Sarah, guys, with your King and your luckiest man. Follow Sarah, guys, on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. That's all we can do. We have enough to process all together at one time only. As long as we have, as long as we have three wishes. 4 wishes, but the most important thing you can have is, all I know is, guys, wishes is, here's the thing, guys, as King and the lucky, you can always get wishes, but, 4 wishes, but 3 is enough. It really is, and it always will be. That's all we can really check. But also, guys, if you guys want to know how long I've been on social media for, how long I've been on Twitter X, Facebook, and also YouTube, I've been on Twitter X and Facebook. Actually, I'm going to start with the first thing for the time being. I've been on YouTube. Excuse me. YouTube, guys, has always been the first thing that we can have under social media. So I've been on Twitter X and Facebook, guys, for 9 years. Soon to be 10, which is going to be awesome and also excellent. Also, guys, Twitter X and Facebook for 7, which I will be officially reaching 8 by then. So that's pretty much a smooth opportunity, and a smooth shot the same way. Also, guys, my true love and I, my musketeer and I, guys, or my future fiancé and I, have officially been together for 9. We will be hitting magic number 10. Talking about a magic marker for next year.
I've had better days.
So that's going to be a little more romantic. Not exactly priceless a lot. But doing something that's more comfortable at ease. But, we're going to be ready for that. We're going to have enough to persuade, continue to spend the rest of our lives and lives together. And, take one step at a time. You talk about anything you want to do between the two people. And 2 people at the same point at the same time. That's all you can do.
My turn.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting for us. Not just for me, but also you guys in the chat, also my 4 priorities that are always staying right where we're at today. Also, guys, I've also been with my true love and barrel for 17 years, including. What's not that bad of an idea. And not bad of, continue on.
Not bad.
Which is magnificent, and it's good. As a Christian, guys, God is always good. But that's all that matters in my 4 priorities today. Which is very important, and a good, important thing you can have
Where
to
am I
include.
needed?
It really does.
Can you stand?
But alright, guys, that's going to be the end of our social media for most of today.
Excellent.
We're going to jump into Steam in about 1 to 2 minutes. Actually, we'll jump into Steam in about 2 minutes today. But yeah, I had a good night's sleep today. don't want to get anything else to brag about or have less to, feel painful,
Sorry.
feel anything, as long as you're not mowing the lawn,
Nice.
that can really, make enough money in a good order and gets guys a good lineup
Wake
towards
up.
that. And keep it something that's more to persuade, help out, and also
Looking
have
good.
plenty of partnership, if you will. That's all I can really relate to. If you guys haven't checked out State of Play, you guys can watch it on YouTube, Facebook,
I must concentrate.
IGN.com if you guys are interested in it. See if there's any of the following games you actually thought they would have announced, to get through today, and see any of the games that you're excited for. Here's the thing, there's only one or two, actually not one game.
Come then.
If I had to guess what 2 games I actually want to jump into, almost something that is worth maybe a little bit more to look at. One of them could be, guys, I'm thinking maybe, God of War. Here's the thing, guys. Kratos' wife has the God of War title, which is God of War Luffy. So I may be predicting that one. And then the other one, so here's the thing, fellas, I repeat. I'm thinking, God of War Luffy is one, in my opinion. And then, I'm not exactly hyping for Rayman.
I will not lose.
Toy Story, no. Toy Story would be out of the question. But I'm actually excited for any of those games. But God of War is a little more, not exactly mistaken overall, so we can wait around for a while. Besides,
Best treat
as
that.
long as Santa Monica Studios has enough to proceed, we don't want to count anything out
I've had better
or
days.
have a disadvantage. Alright guys, let's get right to it today, towards Steam. So guys, not just the first, not just the second, but lastly, guys, and finally, as King Guy's the luckiest man, finally, head over to the Steam store. Head over to the Steam store, pre-order purchase, get a name account for whatever game you purchase, see what games that are out there today. Any games you want to buy on sale, anything you want to pre-order, you guys can go to Steam.com today and see what they are.
Awaken.
If you guys are getting bucks for Rocket League or Fortnite, you guys can check out a few of the new skins they've got today. So there's enough to accomplish. So I repeat, fellas, head over to the Steam store, head over to the Steam store, guys, pre-order purchase, get a name account that you like, and of course, guys, head over to the Steam store and buy something. If you guys are looking to pre-order anything, even if you guys are getting bucks for Rocket League or Fortnite, you guys can get anything with new upgrades, play with friends, play with family, anything you want to stick around by playing together. I repeat, fellas, you can't separate the men from the boys mostly.
I won't let you die.
You want to see what games that are, enjoyable.
I must keep at it.
Double check here. Needs coffee. Here we go, guys. That way we can have a smile hooked into that too, and appreciation. But yeah, you guys can go any of the 2 games that are for free, guys. I repeat, Rocket League or Fortnite. If you guys want to test out those 2 games, you can't escape them anytime soon. Those games are pretty much set in stone. So you guys can check out 2 free games, any pre-orders, purchases, or some to include. That's all we can settle. So any of the 2, guys, with no extra cost. If you guys are jumping into sales today, events, discounts, under Steam, at the Steam store today.
Not looking good.
You guys can get you guys can most likely have the games you guys can really see what they are. Hold on, guys. Let me get this message here. hold on, let me get the, this other message included here. Halloween hold on. Can smile after she gets coffee. That's enough to really provide, guys, and also include. There we go, fellas. So if you're looking to buy any games that are discounted today, guys, another word for that is getting something on a good note and also having fun. That would be, fellas. You guys can get games like Gang Bees. You guys have till June 12th of next week. So you guys can save 75% off for buying that game if it's good. You guys can get Ale and Tail Tavern. All you guys have to pay is less than 75% off to, play any part of that game today. See if you guys are interested. Absolutely, fellas. If there's anything you guys want to, see what they can really end up trying, you guys can also get .AIDS and also My Little Universe. So you guys can get any of those games this morning. And you guys can also get Dreamlight Valley. Now, Dreamlight Valley is not exactly, guys, for 3 generations to know any game in position, so as long as you don't want to separate the men from the boys, you don't want to get anything out. Now, let me get right to the point, fellas. The thing about, not being squashed between any game or, coming out of state of play from yesterday, I feel like the reason why Intergalactic Prophet was not in the cards, for anything that's not exactly getting the attention that the game needs, or even if it would have been recently been whatever.
I would ask why you
It
would
have included something
such questions
besides being backed up, if you look at it. So guys, we're gonna jump into the dialogue between Agrias and Gafgarian. So Agrias talks to Gafgarian, and he actually speaks and states the following. I want to ask you a question, buddy. Why do you involve yourself in the questions that you don't actually know the answer to? Gafgarian tells Agrias, if you ever see the Well Knight, I want you to give up on the princess and surrender her to me.
Oh, and while you're at it,
I want you to give up your sword and armor and be happy to bow down as a woman should. So Gafgarian wants Agrias to surrender. But Agrias has a different. He's actually got. He was saying she actually has a different way of saying it. So Agrias calls Agrias calls Gafgarian the knave, and she actually wants him to treat her with respect.
You seem to hold that one's sex limits where one finds fulfillment.
One can be holding a sex limit,
you find yours in selling your
or the other one
coin.
finds fulfillment.
Yes.
But Agrias actually questions Gafgarian. If you're looking to sell your soul for a coin, and then Gafgarian starts preaching and starts smiling for 1 second, saying that it's good to see that even one has straight-laced, and you're going to appreciate that.
If that brings you happiness, I'll not dismiss it.
Calls
but is it not also the happiness of the countless women who have chosen
if that brings
the
you happiness, I will not be pleased. Saying that you may be the coward you are about me giving up Princess Ovelia, but it's not yours to really question. It's not yours to really, make a last-minute decision and pretty much take her safety, and also be the highness to whatever he wants to be, and just really want to have disrespect towards most of that. So, Agrias does state the following, guys. These women show your values. You should always see what they can do.
Say otherwise.
Any man should not say otherwise. Agrias does make a point. Hey, Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Lalab Sahi's in the house today, guys. Assalamu alaikum. Lalab Sahi. I love you, girl. Make a love shout out. Thank you so much. How's it going today? So Agris is not making a wrong impression, guys.
My lovely Jack Rose, Jack Rose, Jack Rose.
What does that really mean? Lalapsahi, Asanamadiku. Is that sister, brother, aunt, uncle, sister maybe? I'm not sure. So Gafgarian knows everything about Agrias, saying that they go way back.
Your brother, the
saying
heir
that
to
your
the
brother,
house, had died.
the heir to the
And
house,
so
your father has raised you as
raised
a man.
that you
So,
might lead
so
instead.
Gafgarian wants Agrias to lead,
That is why you are become what
saying
you
that
are.
Agrias has
Girl
become
who knows naught
whoever
save
she
being
actually
the
is,
princess's keeper.
saying that you're gonna learn right from wrong, and being somebody else's keeper, especially Ovilia.
Do you truly
Saying
find
that you
fulfillment
really
in
find in that,
in living as a man?
and so I pity you.
Do not
Agrias
feign
does also
concern for
question
me.
Gafgarian.
I see your words
You
for
have
what
no
they
concern. Your words are exactly what they could pretty much lay,
are. Fear. The
and
fear
that
of a woman who defies
the
your
women
expectations,
do not exactly
or
fear
indeed
men.
anyone who
That
fits not your view of
no
the
one
world.
needs to really fit in your shoes and have the view of the world.
To protect your
Saying that
fragile
the only way to
self-worth,
protect
you
the
scorn
self-worth,
those who share not
saying
your
that you
values.
concern yourself
Those such as
about
myself
yourself and also Ramza. So basically, guys, Gafgarian does not trust the values that Agrias and Ramza have been dealing with and also been having. I can't see you either, Lalapsahi, Assalamu I mean, there's enough to really see and also not, feel bad.
But I will not judge you for your
So Agrias
narrow-mindedness,
doesn't want Gafgarian
nor
to
will I
judge
mock or despise
him.
you.
I mean, have her judge him, or just to really have a mockery of him.
Our worlds are simply
Saying that
different.
we're pretty much a
Ever
different
will there
worlds,
be
different
things we
paths.
struggle to
Saying that we can
comprehend
struggle
about
to
each other.
comprehend about each other.
Why
Then
use so
Gafgarian
many
does state the
words when you
following.
could
If
just
you
call
use a
me
lot
an
of
old
words,
relic?
are you not treating me with respect? Or am I just one of your old relics?
So nice.
As I said,
So
I have no
Gafgarian
intention of
does
mocking
wait
you.
for Agrias to
Cling to
say
your
a
values
couple
if that is
things.
your wont.
And she actually does state the following, and wrote the following. I have no intention of mocking you, saying that your values do not affect to ours.
I will do the same,
Saying
as
that
will
I would do the
Ramza.
same as Ramza.
Even if
It's
understanding
an understatement
eludes us,
between us.
I accept that
That
you
you
are
are
the
the product
product
of your
of your
experiences.
experiences.
Today you are
I'm a little bit
tired,
tired, Lalapsahi. I really am, but the reason why I would be exhausted is due to working from 2 to 7 through afternoon to last night. But it's like you put the work in, and you pretty much get a good amount of money getting paid every week. So, and it only happens Thursday, or most likely every Friday. Towards any request that is in that position. Gafgarian does also state the following.
But
So
I'll
you
have
do
you
mock
know
me,
I've
huh?
heard worse.
I've heard worse. So
Come then.
Gafgarian doesn't seem to be happy about it. Besides Gafgarian's going to be killed anyway. He may have been not much of a help,
I'll kill you.
but Gafgarian really deserves a lot of abuse that he's been taking to Agrias and also
I've had better
Ramza
days.
for the most part. I'm going to get the treasure sets, fellas. And we're looking at a plate mail. And then Ramza
Is there
does
no other
jump
way,
into the system to Gafgarian.
Must I fight the man who took me under his wing?
Ramza says, Gafgarian, you cannot fight a man that would be under his wing, or talk about under his belt.
You'd wax
Gafgarian comes to the
sentimental
left
even
that
now.
if you're looking
You'll
to
not
survive
find
that way, you won't have a bigger shot to survive, my good friend. Or pretty much long lost friend.
Me.
Ramza does question Gafgarian, but even now, I have nowhere to take your life.
Sentimental
Saying
and
that,
pompous. There's a funny
you may
thing.
think of it's a funny thing, but you can take me as you do. Now, Gafgarian wants to praise himself, guys,
Your birth
that he's
will
better than
not avail
Ramza,
you against
saying
my
that
experience.
your experience is not better than mine, and I will do what I was.
After
Ramza
I
does
shed
also
the veil
come
of
back
name,
with his
I
own
set out to make my
statement,
way as
and
but another soldier.
and Ramza does state and write the following. I may have spread the beloved name, but I know how to make my own way with another soldier.
You were the one who
Saying that
guided me
you
when
may
I found
you may
myself
be the
adrift,
one that guided
Gafgarian.
me in the very beginning,
Were it not for you, I would not
but if
be
it
here
wasn't
now.
for you, I would not be exactly where I'm at.
And you wish to
Gafgarian does
thank me
also
for rearing you into a
state
fine
the
young
following
man, is
from
that
the
it?
Ramza. You can thank me later. As a fine young man. But is that the only thing that you could really be thankful?
Give over, boy. I'll not hear
Or
this
are you
maudlin
just
blather.
the breed of your
Such is for
family
your family.
and not have respect towards a noble steed?
We both
Saying
took up
that
the sword and found
we both took
purpose
up
in
your
battle,
sword
aye,
and found purpose in
but
battle,
we're
but
otherwise
you're pretty
not
much
to one
nothing
another.
that's better than the other.
This I
Ranza does
understand full
also
well.
question Gafgarian. I understand
Nonetheless,
so well,
I am grateful
but
to
I am
you.
grateful for what you have done.
Through you, I have had
I
experiences
have
no
experience
amount
with
of
no amount of
privilege could have
privilege,
afforded me.
saying that
I have
Ranza has
grown.
grown,
So for what it is worth,
saying that I will
I bear
not
you
bear
no ill will.
your burden.
You waste your final
So Gafgarian does
words
state the
on
following,
tripe.
that Gafgarian calls
Highborn
Ranza
brat
nothing but
to
a
the
highborn
marrow
brat
you are.
to the marrow.
Come on.
But no problemo, fellas. Besides, Gafgarian's gonna be dying. Even though Gafgarian is his last appearance, you cannot bother the man. I mean, he tries to really do whatever's comfortable, but
Stay strong.
Gafgarian is a good character, but there's not much he can really involve or, persuade or, have resistance. We have Village King, Lalab Sahi, Village King, or Asana Maniku. He should actually invite me and you up on the stage. I mean, why do you think I tell you to come up the stage and have Link Data StreamYard? I mean, if I was hosting, I would invite my Facebook fiancé for 9, and I would invite you, Lalab Sahi. I would invite you too, but I haven't used StreamYard. I mean, I've jumped in the StreamYard a couple times, if I recall, but it's a good thing to use. It really is. Alright, guys. Speaking of Steam today, back to the basic stuff we were doing. If you guys are in, if you guys want to know my name, excuse me. My name on Steam, guys, is Zach Dawson 93. JD 93, guys. It's King Guys and Luckiest Man today. I've been on Steam for over 5 years. If you guys have nothing, you entirely have nothing ever to lose. And I'm going to say goodbye to Gafgarian because his ass is not going to make it. 135. Gafgarian had not bad of a run.
I should fall to him.
Tiger. Membra. Oh my goodness. So, after the battle, guys, we said the last and said goodbye to Gafgarian. He has fallen, saying that Ranza was the better man. I couldn't bring myself to, continue my energy
A fool though you
and have electricity through my body.
I could never bring myself to dislike you.
And, I don't want to say Gafgarian and Ramza work so well together. They actually do what they can do by partnering themselves up.
Goodbye.
They really could.
Gafgarian.
And Ramza does state the following. Goodbye, Gafgarian. And guys, Gafgarian is dead.
We must reach the princess
We
before
must reach the
reinforcements
princess
arrive.
before reinforcements arrive.
Village King Link Day.
Yeah, Link, you know what would be funny? Alapsahi, Asanamadiku. He can invite me and you up the stage. I mean, I can also sing. I can sing Michael Jackson. Actually, I'm gonna save real quick. Because this next battle, guys, it's not gonna be that pretty. Because remember when I mentioned who Quakeling is? Not Quakeling, the Cardinal is? We're gonna be tackling Quakeling today. Because Quakeling is not gonna be that hard. I mean, look at every single level, guys. Rams is 55. Wyman's about to be 51 once we tackle him. I'll get to that in a minute. Durag guys is 53. Gregory's 55. Tanson's 53. I'm using a little bit more of Mastadio. The thing about Mastadio and Agrius, I'm trying to grow as much as I can between grinding a little bit more. But both of them are exactly 18.
Yes?
Link Day, the reason why is I feel like you actually want to be up the stage and I could be Sai. But you know what they say, Lalab Sahi, Village King does need the members. Diamond member, diamond member. Assalamu alaikum. I mean, I can't really think what Assalamu alaikum means. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's a piece of bread or whatever, but I can't. I'm not having an understatement what that really means. Assalamu alaikum. I can't really think of the definition or anything that's moved by it. I'm gonna do counter tackle, guys, for Agrias today. But yeah, I've been on Steam for over 5 years included. Now let's get right to the point, fellas. If you guys are in the RPGs like Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed, God of War, Elden Ring, if you guys are hyping for Dragon Quest XII in the future, guys, remember Dragon Quest XII, as I mentioned last week, according to me, guys, is king and the luckiest man from what I was reading. And that would be something that's more dearly, something a little more fairly. If you guys think about it and also research it. If you guys have a tablet, computer, or anything, maybe like a phone to use, you guys can research Dragon Quest XII. So remember, guys, Dragon Quest XII is going to be called that one gaming title right behind it, and also besides it. And I still don't see Dragon Quest XII releasing until next year. It would still be advertisable, guys, between or consoles or current gen. That would be PS5, Xbox Series. Dragon Quest XII for Switch 2, maybe, if that's not out of the question. But I do know, I don't see. I repeat, fellas, since we finally got something for DQ12, I repeat, guys, Dragon Quest XII to Square Enix or Square Enix, we don't want to have to separate anything. Well, I miss you too, Lalab Sahi. But it's like, I feel like Village King needs 2 co-hosts. Yeah, Diamond member. But yeah, Village King needs members. But here's a question for you, Lalab Sahi. Are you just the most lovely, best? I mean, are you just the best co-host for Village King? Oh, assalamu alaikum. I thought it was going to be sister. Never mind. What's up, Lalabs? Hana, mega love shout out. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. How's it going today? If you can share it out, Lalabs Hana, that would be great. You can share it out as much as you can. As long as we don't have to tune up the rock and roll or anything else that will not exactly be, do anything in between or with our vision. Lalab's Hana, check out Lalab Sahi. Sahi is funny. Assalamu alaikum. But yeah, the thing about RPGs, DQ12, I don't see DQ12 releasing till probably next year. That's the name of it.
I cannot wait.
But the battle we're taking on
Excellent
today,
choice.
guys, it is not going to be easy. So what I'm going to do... Oh, truly. By the way, Lalab Sahi, we also named Poetic and also Mr. Blog. Especially Meow Meow or whatever.
It's time.
So, here's the Cardinal, guys. We're going to take on Quakeling today. Now, Quakeling was also in... No, this actually took a while for me to explain it. So look at... So if you look at Quakeling, Quakeling is more of a slimy Esper. Quakeling is... I mean, I do know Quakeling is who the Cardinal is. Wants to be a little more powerful as a pretty much main thing. Or pretty much a slimy pile of garbage, if you will. So yeah. The thing about RP files, the thing about RPGs, I've always been a huge fan since I was a kid. I love RPGs. But not just RPGs. Or Final Fantasy, anything with Metal Gear Solid, anything with Assassin's Creed. You guys can buy the new Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, Recensed, I believe this coming July. So that game can still be authorized too. what's an actually can be. If you guys are looking to lay a pre-order on one of two things, guys, on pre-order, either on Steam or GameStop, whatever you want to work out. If you guys are into sports games like baseball, racing, tennis, golf, football, basketball, if you guys are in anything with baseball, anything with football on it, you guys can play the new, and you guys can allow yourselves to, get something like Pro Strategy Football, the new version of this year. So you guys can check that out. You guys can buy any sports games for sale, anything with standard on them. You guys can buy any dozens of games through sports games if they are normal or pretty much on sale mostly. So you guys can buy any sports games with no extra cost. So I'll jump more in a second. So as we get to our preparations with the Cardinal, he actually knows that Gafgarian was no match, saying that the fault lies with him.
Male blood
saying that the blood
is
not given to spill easily, then
even when
what really
with that of a
motivates him,
it would seem.
after a lack of survival. So the Cardinal comes out of that.
But
And
enough is
what the
enough.
Cardinal has, fellas,
You
he's got
overstay your welcome.
an orb in his hand.
As I am loath
So
to waste time
he wants to
and
make
effort,
some sort of
shall
mockery
make you
or
an
some
offer.
sort of offer to bring. So check this out.
Leave the Aura
Saying that,
and then leave
so
Lionel.
Ramza gets
Refuse,
questioned by the Cardinal
and you will
before
find my
we
hospitality
have some
wanting.
sort of a mess with him. So, as you guys can see, Cardinal does have a deal, saying that if you can do me a favor, I want you to leave the Aura site here and then leave Lionel. Refuse, and leave my hospitality wanting.
Where is Lady Avelia?
Ramza does also state the following: where are the whereabouts of Lady
You
Ovilia?
mean to free her?
So
What then?
So
House
that
Beowulf
so
would see her
apparently,
dead.
guys, the bad news: Cardinal does not want to free Here's the thing, fellas. Cardinal does know where Lady Ovilia is, and saying that the Blood wants to see her killed.
That is why you defied
Saying
your
that
kin, thereby
you defied your
marking
kin,
yourself an
saying that
outcast,
you're an outcast,
and came to me,
and
seeking
came
the
to me
church's aid.
by seeking the church's aid,
By taking the princess
and saying
into my
that
care, I merely
if
granted
you take a
your
princess
wish.
by my care, I will give you less, and give you what you want.
What would you have of
Saying
me
that
now?
what do you actually have for me that I don't have?
Answer me. Where is
So
Lady Avelia?
Ramza tries to question the Cardinal before we get right at it. And she actually does state the following, saying that you better answer me and tell me where Ovilia is.
Bound for Zeltenia.
So guys,
Her Highness has
so
chosen to
apparently
accept our
Ovilia
hand in
was a
aid
Spats
over
and is not at
yours.
Lionel Castle now. So apparently, guys, she's actually at Zeltina Castle. So we do know the new castle location that Ovilia is in. That location, guys, is called Zeltina Castle. Saying that your Highness will accept our hand and aid over ours.
You lie. I'll not
And
be
Ramza does
deceived.
call the Cardinal a liar.
Her Highness undertakes
The
to
Cardinal
claim
does
the
state the
throne
following:
of her own
you undertake
volition.
the throne of her
She
own
spreads her
volition,
wings.
and she also has enough power as a princess to, bring enough peace.
Even so,
Saying that she will
will need
steady
a steady hand
and
to
guide her,
her,
and also
and
your
yours
faulters.
falters.
Saying that who's better to
Who
stay on
better
the good
then
side
than
or
us
some
to
sort of
stand at
different
her
side, whatever she decides to take.
She saw this.
Saying that
Why
you
not you?
wouldn't have a reason to join
There's
us as
no
well.
reason
Saying that
you should not join us
your
as
brothers
well.
hold no
The thought of
alternative.
best we care no less for this
And the Cardinal
world's
does
fate
also
than
state
you.
the following, fellas,
Together,
that
we can change
nobody's
Ivalice
perfect,
for the better.
and together we can change endless for the better, whether if the others like it or not.
I have
As long
no
as the
wish
Cardinal
to
is
change
not,
the world.
here's the thing, guys, the Cardinal is not allowing the others, like, bring it Zalbag and Dicedog. Besides, he's got enough limited respect between the two of them. There's no doubt. So Ramza has no chains and just wants Ovilia back. Which we all know, guys, is Saltina Castle.
But nor can I stand by while our people
And then
suffer
Ramza does
and
state the
die on the
following:
whim of some
he
select
cannot
few.
stand by having people suffer and die on the whim, and doesn't want to see some of them take its wrath.
Do you truly believe you can
saying
change
that,
it?
do you believe you can
I am
change
so
it?
naive as that.
I am just so naive by it. And then the Cardinals guys, the Cardinal does state the following. He's got a bit of an evil laugh, saying that only one would be possessed of an artifact. Saying that stone you can twist in.
Twist the very
it's
weave
pretty much
of nature,
the wave of nature.
to say nothing of the world.
That has nothing to really prevail, and nothing to, complete.
Yet I fear my efforts are wasted on you.
The Cardinal does also continue to state, my efforts are wasted,
Though
saying that
the
words of a man, they do lack, saying that your passion is unseen, and have some sort of a sacred truth.
Ignorance begets ignorance.
You know what they say, guys? The Cardinal does. I will say the Cardinal does make enough points, but he does have one weakness that does not include. So apparently, guys, the Cardinal would be the one to despair it and have despair of mankind, saying that ignorance beats another human's ignorance between one-on-one.
Very well.
Saying that I will demonstrate the stone's power, the power of God's truth. And guys, here he comes. You guys can check it out in the 10 out of 4. We're about to tackle Quickling. I'm in Cardinal named Quickling this time. So, this is pretty much our first attempt, and it's not going to be as hard for me. But, you guys can check out my brother Beatles. If you guys want to check out his channel, you guys can go to youtube.com/Beatles Eternally. He calls me Brother Jack. I call him Brother Beatles. So the thing about my brother Beatles, I try to do my best to check out his live streams, and he's a wonderful guy. He's a baseball fan, and him and I have been, what do you call it, baseball people, out of my 4 priorities with, RPGs being a little more dearly for me, and I try to do my best to check out his live streams, and he's a nice guy. He calls me Brother Jack Fellas, his king and luckiest man, and I call him Brother Beatles. So if you guys want to check out my brother Beatles, type in his name on YouTube. His name is Beatles Eternally. Now, the stuff that my brother Beatles has been playing, you guys can check out the games he's been having fun with. And also love what he does. So what my brother Beatles Eternally does, guys, on this channel, he enjoys playing action PC based, the full version of Strategy Baseball of 2026 version. He also plays Payoff Pets through Game Pulse, which should begin 1980, 1994, and 2004, guys, on Steam. I'm thinking, if I don't want to have a lot to predict, I would assume maybe today, if not this weekend. Since somebody on Discord was on vacation, so we'll see what happens. So guys, there he is, Quickling the Impure. So he's been a little more, I'm not tying the knot. But here's the thing, guys, the spells that Quickling uses, if you guys know who Quickling is, he recently made his first appearance in Final Fantasy since, I believe it was Final Fantasy 1. I think it was the first Final Fantasy game that made his first appearance as one of the boss enemies. And then Quickling was also in, I'm not sure if it was in Final Fantasy 4, but if you think about it, also Final Fantasy 12. Because I don't play Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Gates anymore, so that separates it. Alright guys, as we start the battle towards how good Quickling is, answer this question or cites sacred power.
How can power so vile banish villainy?
You may be a
Surely this is
villainy,
naught but evil itself.
but the knot can have anything but having evil itself, but sensing its own evil, and also anything, something that it is, or something that it's not. And then Quickling does state the following: of good and evil you would fain speak, saying that concern to be having such empty notes in fall. Hold on, I'm double checking. Okay, never mind. So Quakeling does have his own statement, does have an evil laugh, saying that I have no discipline or respect of you, saying that the ocean of, what do you call it, Ivalice power, or the minds of men are not but trickling streams.
The power of the Lucavi.
So,
what are you?
So Ramsden does question, what are you?
What have you done with the Cardinal?
What have you done with the Cardinal? So the Cardinal is exactly him, guys. He's the man himself, Quakeling, so as far as I know, Quakeling has only been in a couple of Final Fantasy games that I pretty much have seen him in. I know most of you, out of you guys in the chat out of my 4 priorities, have seen Quakeling. How evil he gets, how good, how powerful he attacks, and also how much of a survival he gets. So the Cardinal is actually Quakeling, saying that he was once Dale Croaks, God side of stone, and the thing about the stone, the powers grant, or the favors of man, saying that creations restrain him, but the rule does not, saying that your order, I do stand, but he's actually your god.
I must concentrate.
So guys, we're about to prove it. So our characters are in the 50s, so I should be able to stop this guy. So it takes about 167. So yeah, you guys can check out my brother Beatles on YouTube, and he's actually doing the playoffs for the 1971 season. So you guys can check out my brother Beatles doing his past live stream from last night. So now as far as what I've been doing, I've actually been, ever since having my PC back this past week, but I've still been doing majority of my stuff. I've been doing. I'm gonna get right to the point, fellas. The only few I've been doing is I've been continuing nonstop on my 1992 Pirate season, in which I finally got my 6th win after having 18 consecutive losses coming out of the park baseball. So after game number 30, I did do game number 36 yesterday of my 1992 Pirate season, and after game 36, guys, I finally got a win. I finally got a much-needed, trustworthy win. I mean, right when I needed to, right when I, finally expected it. And after that, I finally got it done. And game number 36, guys, my starting pitcher was Randy Tomlin, and it was only a 1-run victory. So after 18 losses, guys, going into game number 36, guys, of my 1992 Pirate season, all bets were off. And it was exactly as far as I know, guys, it was exactly the last game of a 3-game series with the San Diego Padres. So it wasn't much of a game from now. It wasn't exactly, out of the question. So guys, right now it's only Mustadio. Mustadio better bring himself together right now. Besides, all 4 of my characters are turned into stone. But that's been I don't want to call it anything terrible. Besides, Mustadio can't do anything now. Besides, that doesn't relate much. Doesn't have much in the tank. But yeah, guys, my characters are turned into stone now. But that's been a problem already. And we're about to lose this battle. So guys, after most of my characters turn into stone, we pretty much just lost the battle so quickly. So guys, that's not going to happen twice. So what we're hoping to get to is keep something that's simple. But yeah, so here's the thing, fellas. As I just mentioned, I've been doing my 1992 Pirate season. After game number 36, finally pocketed a win. So I finally deserved it. it was about time after 18 straight losses. And then I've also been doing my 1921 Yankees Pittsburgh replay. So, and I'm actually doing my 9th game on top of that too. And not to really have any crosshairs or any shortcuts on it. But we are waiting, guys, on Steam. Not just Steam, but also on Strategy Baseball. I mean, not Strategy.
Lucavi. If memory serves,
what do you call it?
The
other
is
one.
ancient Ivalician for
Oh yeah, Sideline
transcendent.
Strategy. That's what I was thinking. So I know most of you guys will begin the same ones, like 1980 for sure, and also 1994 and 2004. I repeat, they should be arriving later on today, if not this weekend. Even though it's been a sort of a delay. All right, guys. Continuing on the battle, Ramza does have. He gets back to his talking points with Quinkling, and he actually does state the following: if the memory serves, then the one agent of Avilian. It's called the transcended one.
Can it be possible?
So that can it be
truly
possible?
Have transcended mortality?
Does he actually have transcended morality? And then Quinkling does state the following: I am a god all of a sudden, and you don't have any terms.
No divinity
Ramza
would
does state
assume
the
a form
following
so
on
foul.
top of it:
You
you're
are
just
no
nothing
being
but
of
a
immaculate light.
immaculate light. And then Quinkling does state, the Heavenly Father has our world. I am not the He. But you are exactly correct, saying that you do have beings so divine, saying that the boundless power, and also not just the boundless power, that a little more being possessed, fellas, but also having the knowledge, saying that some of that may not exist, but the carnal does not.
Then you have deceived the
And then
people.
Ramza,
And admit as
I mean,
much.
as far as I know, guys, Ramza doesn't have a backbone. He does have the rightful words, and also the right position, and also, how they actually want to stick. Ramza does state the following, guys: that you have deceived the people and admit as much. And then Quinkling does state the following: I can do whatever I want to do, though the church cannot claim to speak, saying that the powerful revealed from mercy, the Father, the words are in ink and air. And the Ramza continues on again
but I
by
see
saying
only
the
an
following,
abomination.
fellas. Now this is a
Your
bit of a
power
twist.
is that of demons.
Ramza tells, he calls this one Esper, he calls himself a god. But I see only something differently, saying that you have the power of demons. And then Quinkling does also state, the legends would attest, saying that the distinctions do not matter to me. I can no longer walk the mortal plane.
That a hero of the 50 years war should
That a hero of
abandon
50
his
years,
faith
guys,
and become
this
a
is Ramza
monster.
trying to speak on
Feel
him,
you no shame.
saying that the war would be his faith and he's become a monster. Do you have no shame? And then Quinkling does have some sort of trajectory, saying that the faith is fiction. The faith is not. Saying that the joyous day has the power rests within. Saying that, to me, he's pretty much been shown Divinity's true form. And pretty much true power, if you look at it. Saying that, but the one God to whom I have been knee. Saying that I am. This is also a first timer as well, fellas. Check this out. Saying that Quinkling does actually speak and state the following: that he's actually the God Zora Silly sought. Saying that the selfish ends satisfy, and then his disciples have a rap and twist. Saying that a cruel and ugly truth that I embraced.
Are there more of you? Other Lucavi?
Ramza does state, are there more of you, or is it just you? Quinkling does state the following, fellas: what you need to know your hero will die, a maggot crust, and broken underfoot.
My turn.
Well, guess what, fellas? I think we've done enough talking for Quickling. He's about to die quickly. But yeah, those are the only stuff that I've been doing, guys, on baseball. Baseball has been so much loved. I enjoy more baseball than I do with...
No mercy.
I mean, I do the same whatever I can do with RPGs at one time. Besides, I only play one game at a time. And I mainly do just... No, here's the thing, I still haven't used my Steam card yet, so... The plan... Here's the thing, I do want to exercise by getting any of the 3 on that upcoming update, fellas, so the plan for that is either get 1980 or 2004. I doubt it's going to be 1994 since...
Come on.
I believe the Seattle Mariners or the Phillies won the World Series during that year. So, and then 2004, it was the Boston Red Sox. So that was in the history books. And bye-bye Quickling, guys. Quickling had no mercy. He's got his last words. How strange that I am dying. Here's to die. A death come, my servant, could descend. Would that these eyes could win this bear. Quickling is dealt with, guys. Bye-bye, Quickling. You will not be missed. But he's been dealt with as cards, guys. When he actually told us Ovelia was not hearing Lionel, we knew he was going to be moved to Zaltina. And that battle was not even hard at all. I wasn't scared. But you see, guys, I've been scared of boss battles when I took on some of these monsters. I really have. But no doubt. But meanwhile, guys, we're at Zaltina Castle Keep. You have these 5.
My advisors tell me you are the
okay,
one
guys,
who
the ones on the left, you
Princess
got...
Ivalice.
I'm not sure who the other 2 are. But on the right, one of them we will be using soon. Now, one of my favorite characters, standing next to the one on the right, is Count Orlando. I've always been a huge fan since I've been this game on PlayStation dozens of times. Then the one on the right next to him, his name is Oran. So you have those 2 on the right, the other 2 on the left, they're pretty much priests or pretty much a pastor. Now back to baseball, fellas. That's the only stuff that I've been doing. You know, my 1992 pilot season on OLTP on Out of the Park Baseball. And also, guys, my 1921 Yankees PL Pitts replay on PL Pitts. So I'm in the middle of Game 9. Actually, no, not Game 9. I'm almost done with Game 10, so I'll have enough time to do that and then go forward. Alright, guys, Gotana is greeted by Delita. And Gotana does state the following. Tell me, you are the ones that rescued Princess Ovelia. I want to hear a little more extra.
I am Delita Hyrule,
so Delita,
a Black Ram lieutenant in the service of His Excellency the Baron Grimm's.
Saying that I am Delita Hyrule, a Black Ram lieutenant in the service of Excellency of the Baron Grimm's.
His Excellency dispatched me to rescue
the
princess.
So basically, guys, Delita has been some sort of a safeguard
disguised as one of your own.
To the princess. Saying that I disguised one of your own,
clothing.
a sheep in lion's clothing.
Now I have returned.
And I decided to return.
Hyrule, you say?
So the one on the left, guys, his name is Chancellor Gavanu, or Glavane, saying that is not a name I've heard before.
I had thought Baron Grimm's and his Black
at the middle states, I had thought Baron Grimm's and his Black Rams fell in battle towards the eye.
Indeed.
And then Delita does state the following. I do have dark news to return after all the greater haste.
'Tis only by virtue of my mission that I was spared the fate of my comrades.
'Tis only by virtue of my mission that I spared the fate of my comrades. May the Father grant them rest.
How fares the princess?
And here's the thing, guys. Gotana does question Delita. How does that favor the princess?
She is weary yet from her long
So the one
journey.
on the left, guys, his name is Bishop Kanane Buritz. And he actually states the following, saying that he's been having a long journey, sleeps as among the dead.
I can well imagine.
And then one of my character guys, Orlando, states the following. I can only imagine,
Is it true you
saying
brought
that,
a prisoner?
is it true you brought a prisoner?
It is. The
The
man
leader,
is privy to the conspiracy,
grants
and
the
I would have
prisoner
him lay
with
it bare
Princess
to your
Ophelia,
grace.
saying that there's enough conspiracy, and have him, give it to your grace.
Bring the prisoner forth.
And the leader brings the prisoner. And that would be, so you have a knight that is
Let us hear the reason
having
for your
cuffs
attempt
towards,
on the princess.
what do you call it, guys? Cuffs towards this one oracle. And the leader wants to hear the reason of the attempt.
It was to stain Duke
So the prisoner
Cortana's name
actually
by making
comes
it
to
appear
amends
the work
and
of
states
his
the
men.
to the stain Cortina's name by making appear the work of his men.
That way he'd be kept from Lazalia.
He was actually being
and
kept
claiming the
from
regent's
Lasalia and claiming the regent's seat.
Who gave you the order?
And
Duke Larg?
the leader does question him, who gave the order. Was it you, or was it Duke Larg?
No. A close advisor
So the
of
prisoner
Duke
does actually
Cortana is
come
seeking to
to his
curry Duke
senses,
Larg's favor.
and he said that it was a close advisor to Cortana's towards Duke Larg's favor. And then Galvanine does actually come right at him, saying that madness, none among us would betray our Duke.
This is clearly an attempt
saying
to
that
undermine
the
us by
attempt to
sowing
undermine
mistrust.
us by
Silence
sowing
this man before he
mistrust.
can spout more absurdness.
And guess what, guys? This oracle, or the squire, is about to be killed.
I would hear it, nonetheless.
And Cortana doesn't want to hear anything excellent from him.
Who was it?
And the leader questions him. He questions him, he waits for a minute. And the prisoner does state the following.
Name the one who gave the order.
And the leader just wants to tell him who gave the order. He wants to know,
your protection.
mostly. And the prisoner wants to maybe give that protection.
On my honor as a knight. Speak.
And the leader does state the following. On my honor as a knight, speak. And then the squire tries to come in, saying that
Chancellor
the man who
Glavain.
stands before me was Chancellor Gavain. Or Gavain.
How dare
And Gavain is not
I
too
do not
happy
even
about
know
it.
you, knave.
He also does state, guys, how dare you? I do not even know you, knave.
Who put you to it? The Queen?
And the leader is questioning that the squire do something. And then Galvanine does state the following. Something about the murmur's fears. And he actually is
To
innocent.
betray your liege lord
And the
is
leader
an unpardonable
does state the
crime,
following,
Chancellor.
fellas. If you guys look at it. To betray your lord, an unpardonable crime, Chancellor. So apparently, guys, the leader's gonna kill him.
I know not
But he does
of
not
it.
heal the... Here's the thing, guys. He does not kill the squire. He takes out the Chancellor. And he stabs him right behind the back. Keeps the squire alive.
Forgive me if I presume over much,
And the
Your
leader
Grace,
does say
but now
he's
is not
sorry
the time for
to
bandied
Cortana.
words.
Saying that
The
I
order of the
overcome
Southern
so
Sky
much.
must march on Lazalia at once, and you with
The
it.
order of the Southern Sky must march on Lasalia at once. And I want you with
Give
it.
your enemies but a
Saying that
moment
give
to
me your
collect themselves,
enemies
and they will pin the
to collect
Chancellor's sedition
themselves
on his lord.
and pin the Chancellor's sedition on his lord.
Your Grace must strike
So the
before they are
leader
given the chance.
is the only one that's been
Deny the
protecting
prince's
and
claim
protecting,
and set
guys.
the princess on the throne.
Ophelia, right behind him. And then the leader wants Otina's grace to strike, and saying that he denies the prince's claim and have the princess be on the throne. But the question is, does Katana, here's the thing, guys, does Katana get that request? That's the only thing. So guys,
Following his
we
sack
finally
of the
did
royal
it.
capital of Lazalia,
We finally got the
Duke
first part
Goltana,
of the battle.
the Black
So
Lion,
one thing I will say
banished
about
Queen
Queequeg
Luveria
is
to Besselat for
there's
her
enough
hand
to
in the
really
conspiracy,
say
and crowned Princess Ovelia
he's pretty much
queen.
who he is, right behind the cardinal.
But Duke
And then you
Larg,
have
the White Lion,
then
insisting
you
that
have
Prince Uranus was
enough
the
to
true and rightful
not exactly
heir,
brag
at once
about,
crowned the child
but doing
prince
something
and
that's
declared
more,
himself regent.
have enough satisfaction
Moving then to
involving.
free Luveria, Duke
We
Larg
now know
dispatched
Princess
the Order of the
Ovelia
Northern
is at
Sky
Zotina
to
Castle,
Besselat, in the name
where
of the new
Goltana,
crowned king.
my
Duke
favorite
Goltana,
character,
in
Count
turn,
Orlando is,
set the southern sky to
and
march in Ovelia's
I would
name.
assume Lord, I would assume the other
curtain
holy
had risen
knights there,
on what history would one
but no
day
doubt.
record.
But you see, guys, this is called War of the Lions. One day as a record. I don't read the dialogue, but you guys have seen the original Final Fantasy Tactics after a long time. So, guys, we are now at this one location.
The count stood at
We're looking at competition between these five. We have Gotana on the left, Elmdor on the left, guys. That's straightforward. Because I don't want to get too much on Elmdor, but I would assume there's not much to really, draw enough opponents or, dedication. So you have Gotana on the left. They're showing out a green book. I'm not sure what that thing is, what he's got in front of him. And then you have Elmdor. Elmdor, guys, is pretty much exactly who he pretty much is. I mean, I'll see, but he's actually, hold on, guys, let me get this message out. There we go. So apparently, guys, we're looking at the Baron of Bohemia. And they start this one settlement. And he actually does state the following. So this past evening fall, the count stood at 200,400. If both sides be counted.
The number of
and then Elmdor gets his first tackle at his offense, stating that the casualties is not our sole concern.
That was to be expected.
Saying that it would be expected.
The depletion of our
and the depletion of our
no,
stores.
It is this drought that threatens us.
This would be a drought that threatens us.
Markets are bare,
saying that the markets are bare and tax collections that fall short. Saying that the prices can stay as they're at, and we can bring in supplies for another half year.
Duke Larg must
we also have another human being. So this character's name, guys, in front of him, his name is Viscount Blance, or Blancy, saying that Duke Larg must face his difficulties, saying that it's unseasonably alone of the season, saying that the grain has rotted in the fields, but it can be harvested.
The real trouble lies in
so Orlando, fellas, check this out. There is no work. The whole villages have been displaced, saying that my son Orin tells me over 100,000 have already fled to that location, saying that more pour in by the day. So instead of waiting 24/7, it was just do day by day, at least.
I see no trouble in this.
So Blancy doesn't have a concern with it, saying that we can let Larg struggle to feed the muling, maids, and his soldiers both.
It is no laughing matter.
I feel like they're pretty much talking the market fellas on each side and outside the taverns. So Orlando doesn't take a laugh, saying that the conflict should be spread and not be better off. Saying that we think Zoltina, excuse me, guys. Orlando believes Zoltina should have enough proof, saying that they can assure us that they're not. Saying that he doesn't have time to come forward and be at peace for it.
Your fears are
and then Gotana does state the following.
We cannot yet end
You're well-founded, but we have not yet ended this war.
Though it pains me
saying
to
that
do
it pains
so,
me to do so,
we shall
but we have increased enough of the rate of tax by a third.
Naturally, a close watch
and
must be
he's
kept
also
on
been
those
keeping
who
a close watch, fellas, as Gotana has already done, saying that we would have a profiteer in these trying times, saying that for those of them that are outside the cardinal walls, to be tying their patrols at the Limberry border and have them turn back.
My lord,
Orlando does question a little bit towards Gotana. It states the following: I must reconsider, saying that Duke Larg suffers. But what would be a better time to treat for peace?
You talk in circles, Orlando.
Gotana thinks Orlando talks in circles. There'd be no peaceful to end that war.
The kingdom cannot exist.
And then Orlando does question. Well, then Gotana for a minute states the following: the kingdom cannot exist without her people. There's no more we can do in the 50 Years' War. Are we looking at the greater burden? Then we can look at towards the common folk.
Would you thank them now?
Or would you rather thank them now? Between their burden and their taxes and a lot of confidential.
And it is not only the people.
Orlando does state the following, fellas: our soldiers were made to fight on rations, but not just the only people, saying that they're scared to feed a child at his mother's mother's terms,
we cannot
saying that we cannot sustain this war and have no substitution for resources.
Resolve?
Cortana does do a bit of
Have you
thinking,
any?
saying that the words
These are
of a
the
coward,
words of a coward.
haven't solved too many.
The 50 Years' War
And
was fought to
Orlando
drive
does
back
come
an
back
invasion of our sovereign
to
soil.
fire up a little
We
bit,
were
states the
honor-bound
following.
to fight.
The 50 Wars was to drive back an invasion, and we are honor-bound to fight.
And in this war, there is no
And then
honor to bind you. Is
Cortana
that
does
what you
state
wish
the
to say?
following. There's no honor bind you. Do you wish to say that, Orlando, or are you not causing pressure to redeem it?
The 50 Years'
saying that the 50
War was an
Years'
abject
War
failure
was a
of
failure
the
of corrupt crown,
crown.
and saying that
And
it's
the
a
source of
corruption
its corruption
towards
is
Duke Larg
Duke
of the
Larg.
source,
The man claims
saying that
to act
they
in the
claim
realm's
to realm's
interests,
interests,
but in truth,
as he aspires to
only
or
to
have
power.
the power.
I seek to rid us of his
So
blighting
Cortana
influence.
wants to seek, guys, to rid us of his blighting
Yet
influence,
you would
saying
suggest
that
there is no honor in this.
Orlando do
that we
really
fight for
have no
naught.
honor in it,
You mock the black
or do
lion
this
to
was
his
to mock the
face.
Black Lion to his face.
His Grace speaks true.
Clancy does also
Besides,
come right in,
why lay
have
down the
a
sword
bit of
with
involvement,
victory so near?
saying that his grace speaks true. Besides, why lay down the sword with a victory so near?
They call
Saying
you
that
the
they
Thunder
call
God,
Count Orlando the Thunder God,
but your
but the
gentle
words would be
would sooner
still a
Is
breeze.
victory so
Well,
near?
well, some of
My
these characters,
ears are
guys, are not
deaf to
wrong.
its approach.
Orlando is the Thunder God, as he pretty much says, saying that his ears may be deaf,
I am, however,
but he's actually
keenly
the
aware of the
Quagmire,
quagmire
not
pulling
Quagmire
at
from
our
Family Guy,
feet.
but Quagmire.
This war
And
has been
according
fought
to
a
Orlando and his sentences, and also his thoughts, saying that pulling at our feet, saying that the war has just begun, has to really be stand
Your
still,
words are the
saying
epitome
that
of
your
hubris.
words are hubris,
This council
and that the council can
ill
afford
to heed such
unfounded prating.
I will not sit here and
And
tolerate
Clancy
such
just wants to
insults.
have an interruption with Orlando.
Enough of this.
And Cortana tells him enough.
You disappoint me,
saying that
Orlando.
you disappoint me, Orlando.
Pray you do not disappoint
I don't
me
want you to
further.
disappoint me further.
I
And
will say
Orlando
this
tries to
but
keep
once.
the peace.
Any man who
And
cares
then
not
Cortana
for the
does
course
state the
I've
following,
chosen, had
fellas,
best
stating,
remove himself
any man
now.
who cares not to have something for this course, they better remove himself now.
I will brook
saying
no
that
further
I have no
doubt,
further doubt,
Orlando.
So guys, there's enough to question. Is Orlando looking to persuade anything after the one squire got killed from? Coming out of Cortana, and also after defeating Weakling, involving the whereabouts with Princess Ovelia, or to be open and honest, or is there some sort of a plot with, with the upcoming, whatever the upcoming stuff that lies ahead. I mean, we don't know exactly, but we'll be ready for it. But that sorry for reading so much dialogue, ladies and gentlemen. It's King Gaius and Luckiest Man. So I repeat, fellas. We have our next two locations. We're not going to jump in. We're pretty much out of time for today, so I was going to continue back on Steam after concentrating on the story, but the story's been so good that I can tell you. So we'll look at the Ori side screen, guys. We're going to wrap everything up after get a little bit of in-gaming news really fast. I mean, after Steam. So remember, guys, you guys can check out really fast the Ori side screen. And the thing about this one tutorial is you look at not just those three on the screen. Not a beginner's luck when you start this game. Any other RPG included. Or anything else that's out of trajectory. Okay, so these tutorials are very important to use and also see. So we're looking at the Ori side screen, and it actually does state the following: a section considering. Actually, guys, I like that other wording. Concerning. Ori side has been added, guys, to the Chronicle of the main menu. You can now view the rail information on the Zodiac stones you have come across so far. And we also have new traders, guys, which is called Poser's Dens. Now the thing about the Poser's Dens, we can get new items that are traded. So we can check those out. So I'm going to quickly check out the new items really fast, guys. So we have X-Potion that's unlocked, and some other goodies in here. Iron Flannel is not going to go to, what do you call it, guys?
This is your grandmaster.
Let's go done equipping Flame Shield and Headband for Ozeomancer. He's now at 286. He's actually good. He's actually good in health right now. Tansa can also get Headband. Now Mustadio, I can give him the same thing. It's at 180. Agrias, Flame Shield for her. I could do different classes between these two. I mean, it's nearly a possibility, but you never know. So as you guys can see, we've got Lionel Castle. There's a little something we can do next week. Let's move on, jump into that right now, since we're pretty much out of time. So that's gonna be the end of Steam for today. Don't forget to check out my brother Beatles. Go to youtube.com, guys. So it's Beatles Eternally. Check out his baseball projects. Tell him I sent you, and I actually love my brother Beatles. Him and I are big baseball fans. Always has and always will be. So I don't see why not. So we'll have enough to secure, guys. Have enough to be patient, and have enough to include. Because King Guy's the luckiest man. You don't want to rush ahead of things. If you guys want to know what happens next on an RPG, anything with other big hitters, especially this game, guys, what's this Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles, in a tall and strong order, for sure. But no worries, fellas. So yeah. My name on Steam is StackDawson93. You guys can get pre-orders and yes, guys, in-store purchases. Alright guys, real quick, love, support, and respect is the key. See, awesome and creative, and yes guys, knowledge is power. So if you guys want to help out the channel, I can help you guys with W rates, views, and also thumbs up. I have the KB family trying to help me as much as possible, and do what I actually got to do, and also have enough to refresh into, so as King Guy's the luckiest man, I welcome it. I always welcome it. You guys have always been anywhere else that I can reach out and take our time. But the best way to get some included to that, guys, we want to take our time. We don't want to get roasted either. But alright, guys, the only way my W rates can go up is keep on watching videos. Keep on watching stuff on the playlist on the channel on YouTube. And think exactly where we're at. We really, really want to do that more often. And the only way we can get our numbers up is we watch our videos in full. I consider the stream, guys. We consider we have our social media, our YouTube accounts, Facebook accounts. And the other important thing to, always keep an eye on is our podcast services and our connections. But yes, guys, our podcast services all around the globe, like Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and so much more. I can double check in-gaming news really fast, guys, as we're almost approaching to almost 2 hours after battling Queekling, and guys, Queekling, he's only made a few Final Fantasy appearances as a boss Esper. Besides, there's been a bunch of Esper battles like Queekling, Tiamat, Belios from Final Fantasy XII. Besides, there's been dozens of Esper battles a lot of us have faced, including me, guys, myself have faced over the years. Because I told you guys in the chat after a long time. So I'm sure some of you may know what that's about. So guys, I'm just going to read a few articles real quick to in-gaming news. Then we'll wrap everything up for today. So today's date. Today, guys, it is with your king and your luckiest man. I'm going to throw just a little bit of in-gaming news real quick. Today, guys, it is June 4th, 2026. So we'll quickly begin with 007 First Light. So apparently 007 First Light is estimated to have sold $2.2 million, or million copies, by generating $150 million in revenue. But it reportedly had some way to go before breaking even. Well, I know 007 First Light has been getting some good results. You talk about having to smell a good variety. You play as James Bond, you get bossed by a female boss. Not exactly a female mobster or anything. But if you think really, really hard, you gotta know how to save yourself, how to have somebody to, save, and also, being who you can be. It's like if you're playing cards like any other character, you don't look at Bond. James Bond mostly. So, but you see, from what a lot of us have seen, 007 First Light is a real good game. Now, I could see that game being, in my opinion, I do see that game being a Game of the Year contender. But here's the thing, GTA 6 is going to be having a brighter future than 007 First Light, Resident Evil Requiem, and a buttload of games that stand in front of it. But I do think 007 First Light could have a good chance, but that will be a little bit short, maybe like 10% short of GTA 6. Because I still think GTA 6 is going to be bagging Game of the Year. That game still has a huge shot coming out of Rockstar, and I think it's going to be, transcendent. We'll have a lot of modifications, and I've also, guys, 007 First Light, it's really a real good game. If you guys have missed anything from State of Play from yesterday, PlayStation had like an hour showcase, so they've been showing finally the 7-minute preview, guys. 7-minute preview of Marvel's Wolverine. I watched a little bit. It should be a good game by the time it releases on September 15th, towards this half of this year. So, the game should be fine. But the games that I see lined up, that I don't think it's going to be beating GTA 6 by far. For example, I'll make this short and sweet. One of them would be, the games the way I see them, it's going to be either GTA 6, Marvel's Wolverine, 007 First Light, and Resident Evil Requiem. I doubt we get another Mario game, since no Mario game or Pokemon game does not have the rights to win from Nintendo, or any Nintendo system. It's just like banging. Here's the thing, it's like banging another game that does not have an opportunity, does not have a big chance ahead of it. So, those are the only games that I am pretty much booking. And I do see GTA 6 still winning beyond. I really do. But you never know. We have the game launch towards every single end of the year, fellas. But we have to see how Marvel's Wolverine does by the time it hits September 15th. Now, real quick, now God of War Luffy, if that game does really good next year, I would assume it releases next year, that game should win. But you never know. We'll keep something settled, we'll have enough to hold. And now, as far as when that game's going to be releasing, real quick, guys, I will end on this. God of War Luffy, I do see releasing maybe next summer. I do see that, but spring is a toss-up. And then you've got the new Tomb Raider game that recently was announced, and it got delayed till February, since Tomb Raider doesn't want to have anything against GTA 6, because GTA 6 was us take Tomb Raider out of the water. and pretty much suck, you know. I just don't. I mean, I understand Tomb Raider doesn't want any part of GTA 6. The reason behind that is, I repeat, it's because GTA 6 is going to be the biggest, most best game after a 2 or 3 year after a 2 or 3 year wait for that game to really get the biggest achievement, and that's winning Game of the Year. I'm still picking that to win. I may end a bit closer, guys, with that. 007 First Light or Resident Evil Requiem. By the time we get the nominations in the next 4 to 5 months, we won't get to them anytime soon. So those are the only games I see being nominated. But GTA 6 is probably going to win, in my opinion. We'll see. Also, guys, from State of Play to Top Stories. So, real quick, guys. In Top Stories today, you guys can check out the 2 trailers. God of War Luffy from State of Play from last night. And also, guys, they also announced a new Rayman game. 3, what do you call it, guys? 3 Toy Story games in one. It's a retro. I don't believe they're releasing them until next year. Because I haven't played Toy Story in a while. But enough about that, guys. That's going to wrap everything up for today. And also in gaming news. I do want to thank you guys for joining me this morning. It's King Guys and Luckiest Man. Along with you guys in the chat. Along with WoW and Chief. My True Love and I for 9. Also, our second wise woman Barrel for 17. And also with my future fiance. Also, guys, baseball and RPGs together. So guys, based on the schedule, I will be back at Chief tomorrow, 2 to 7, along with afternoon to the evening shift, along with Nick and Pete, and then, so tomorrow, guys, based on the schedule, 2 to 7 tomorrow. I'm off Saturday, Sunday, Monday's a big one. Monday, we're gonna be returning for summits here. So Monday, Monday I'm gonna get through Chief on Monday between 9 to 2. So on the new schedule, I've got Monday 9 to 2, fellas. It's King and the Luckiest Man. No WoW on the next Wednesday. Chief 2 to 7. So I repeat, fellas. Monday. So the times I got at Chief, for example, I'm with Nick and Pete, and also having the best place to be at, as far as I know. Monday 9 to 2, Wednesday and Saturday 2 to 7. Then I'm off Thursday, Friday of next week. So Monday we'll have Tier from 5 to 6:30. I should have my suit schedule by then, and then we'll have some to execute, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, it's gonna be 5 to 6:30 on that Monday. So, well, my 211 and I for 17. We're gonna be tackling to, with our married sister Taylor Kendall and the other two squad, and also start leaning towards the fair this coming August, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I'll keep you guys up to date, keep you guys infoed. But yeah, that's all we can do. Take our time, and it's gonna be great. But alright, guys, I will be doing some more Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles next Thursdays. It's still gonna stay right here on the spot. Hogwarts Legacy will stay on Sundays. I haven't bought any time, but as long as I stop fooling around, stop laying around, I can get an episode or two. I'm like one at a time on Sundays, and you guys can also check out the new PS Plus games for the start of June today too, if you want. That way you can refresh your memory, check out new gameplay, new stuff to add. So don't forget to check them out. All right, guys. 2 hours and 4 minutes. I'm a little bit tired. So I should be back this weekend. So finally back to Chief, guys, with nice peeps. Also Nick and Pete tomorrow. Then myself Saturday, Sunday. Monday. I repeat. Well, so guys, I repeat. Monday 9 to 2. Then I'm gonna be relaxing for a couple hours, as I always do. Hit right in the seal between 5 to 6:30. One day at WoW on Tuesday. 2 to 7 Wednesday. Or Thursday, Friday. And then 2 to 7 on the second Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. So I would give you guys a head of it. Alright, guys. Don't forget to check out my brother Beatles. Go to youtube.com/Beatles Eternally. Check out his baseball projects. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, and check him out. But all we need to do, guys, is we watch our videos in full, like and share the stream, bundle up, take our time, and hopefully get back to getting our numbers up. But the way we do that, I repeat, we watch our videos in full, like and share the stream, guys. So we have our social media, our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter accounts with the letter X on top of them, and our podcast services all around the globe, like Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Alright, guys, that's enough chit-chatter for today. I'm just going to relax and rest. I'll be back at Sleep tomorrow, and then not sure what one of my two loves roommates is picking for dinner on Saturday night. I'll keep tabs going. And, yeah, don't forget to check out my brother Beatles, guys. Check him out. And tell him I sent you. He calls me Brother Zach. I call him Brother Beatles. And we've always been like a brother, one-on-one, since we were baseball fanatics. Alright, guys. You guys have a good rest of your Thursday. Remember, you're king and your luckiest man. As long as you guys in the chat out of 4. Be good to one another, be kind, and love one another. You guys have a good Thursday, and I should be back this weekend, or possibly next Thursday. Same time, same channel. So I haven't said that in a while. Same time, same channel. And it's good to have my PC back from this past week, too. Which is good refreshments. But alright, guys, have a good rest of your Thursday. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Have a blessed day, and I will see you guys in